Bitcoin's on fire. Na 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 na. Let me tell you, Bitcoin's on fire. Na 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 na. Hope you enjoyed that. I just wanted to talk about Bitcoin and how well it's doing lately. Let's have a look at the charts and let's discuss it. Because there's big opportunity to be made, and not only in the short term, I see in the next few months the price going up. Obviously, over a long-term period, I do believe it's going to go up, but in the short-term, medium period, there is a possibly a big spike, and then possibly even a correction into next year. But let's have a look at the charts and let's have a look at the history of what Bitcoin has done since its inception. Let's have a look. As you can see, it went up and then it spiked and then it corrected for a couple of years there, and then it went up again and it went up past its previous high and went on further up. It then breached, so we can see there it's gone up past in the recent times. The price has went up quite severely and quite steeply. But if we're looking at, obviously that was at one period when it went up quite high and then came down and lulled around. So you've obviously got to be wary of that the price will possibly in the future correct, come down, maybe even a wee bit, not too much, I don't think, in reality. I mean, if it's going to come down at all, it's probably going to come down to about this level here, just below where it has been, just about maybe $2,000. I don't believe it probably will go down a lot lower than that, but on my predictions, if we look at the charts, we can just see it's gaining 78% a day on average, which is tremendous. And over the past few months, if we look at the months, the period it's been up has been absolutely crazy. And you can see even from let's just say the 10th of August there, it has just been on fire. It's just crazy. I mean, it's added, what's that, nearly $1,000. It's added $1,000 in the past 4 days. No wonder it's on fire. It's absolutely crazy. As you can see, there's the charts. As you can see it, that's absolutely crazy. Near $1,000 in 4 days. It is really on fire and is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Bitcoin is truly on fire at the minute. Will that continue? I don't know. But the fundamentals are ultimately what the end community invested in it. And I believe that's the fundamental to the success of Bitcoin, is the community that at heart believes in it. And I believe that's quite strong. I've watched a video on Peter Schiff there talking about it being a bubble, and he's talking about tulips and this .com and all this, and Bitcoin's a bubble. He doesn't actually talk about the community of Bitcoin supporters at the heart of it. It's like any community, people will work hard for it and they will die hard for it and they will support it. And Bitcoin's no different from that. Bitcoin has a strong community supporting it, and that is why the price is going up, because people believe in it. Not only they believe in it, they support the idea and they support and they see that it is growing and the people know what it's about, and it's about decentralized money and it's about preserving your wealth. And people see that and they can see the people, there's a community that people want to be involved in. And he doesn't talk about that on his video, but I want to talk about today the price, and also, as you can see, about the price. It has been on fire. Now, obviously, I believe in the next short term, the next month, 2 months, it will go up and it will probably test the 5,000. That will be the next resistance at 5,000. I think if it goes through the 5,000, it could go certainly up a lot higher. But at the minute, sitting at this price, I would suspect it'll be testing 5,000 certainly by the end of August, even earlier. So, and it will be past that. It'll be past 5,000 by the start of September. So you're looking at, I believe, past 5,000 at the start of September. And as more publicity, and it's like a ball rolling down a hill. As more money gets added to it and it gets bigger and bigger, more people start following it and putting money in. It's the network effect, and it gets higher and it gets more and more goes downhill. And obviously you've got to be wary that there will be pullbacks and corrections, and it may go down a good bit. But over long term, if you're into it long term, I don't think that's an issue you need to worry about. If you're holding it for long term, short term they might be, but in the short term, I believe it will go test 5,000 in the next 2 weeks. It's added $1,000 in 4 days. That in itself is crazy. And and it hasn't had its I've been watching it myself, it hasn't had its correction swings downwards. Before last couple months it would swing $300 or $400 a day, one direction or the other. It doesn't swing down $300 to $400 a day. It swings up, and it doesn't seem to be swinging down. And that to me means that there isn't as many sellers coming down on it, so there is more trying to be buyers on it, and it's not swinging down, and the sellers aren't seeming to be there on it, so it's pushing the price up. And it's not swinging the big swings that it used to have, which is certainly telling me that there's a big demand for it, and it's going to spike even higher because there's such a demand for it. And it's a global currency. I mean, you've got to remember there's only about 10 million bitcoins in the world. China has a population of 1.3 billion, and it's taken off in Asian countries or wherever this is. People start buying it. It's going to go a lot higher because there isn't any of them, and people don't realize that. If it goes into any sort of it'll go a lot higher, and a lot higher very quickly. So if you're missing the train, don't get on it, because I'll tell you, in the short term you will make money. Long term you will make money. There may be a correction, but that will come, and that's natural. And even if you go down it, I wouldn't rest into them, sell into it. I wouldn't do that. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a quick video, and I hope you enjoyed. Bitcoin's on fire. You definitely are missing the boat if you're not on this, and a lot of people will be missing it, and they'll miss out on the profits, because at the end of the day, short term, in the next few weeks, it will be testing 5,000, and then it will go on from there. But you've got to remember, there's a big buying community of people invested in the Bitcoin, and I believe it will go higher. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you like it, subscribe and comment, and I will see you on the next video.